Sure, we have to do this. It's a bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere, that there's a hungry child.
Do you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100. Thank you.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, basketball fans of all ages, welcome to Southside High School Inside as you watch two teams get ready for SAC Cup varsity action. The Northrop boys visiting the Southside Archers as we get ready for game 2 in our doubleheader tonight inside of Southside High School. The Archers girls team victorious in game 1. And here with videographer extraordinaire Thomas Nolan, a Southside graduate. He promises to film in an unbiased way, as does our color commentary here, Ryan Dellinger, Southside baseball coach. He also pinky swore to be unbiased tonight in his call. And I, Andrew Wist, yes, I do teach at Northrop High School. I will also provide unjaded commentary all night long. And what a thrill it is to bring high school boys basketball action to you. And the only doubleheader tonight in Fort Wayne is this one. And so we're thrilled that you're joining with us as we get ready for some SAC action. An SAC action that the Northrop boys have not seen since November 25th. Due to COVID protocols, contact tracing protocols, the Northrop boys have not played a game in almost a month. This goes back to the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And so got a chance to talk to Coach Chample. Obviously, his guys are thrilled just to be playing tonight. They got a full weekend because, as you know, Ryan, once you do come back from it, you got to get 4 practices in. IHSAA has not wavered from that requirement. And so they got to have their 4 practices this week, and here we are tonight getting ready to play Southside.
Yeah, that amazes me. They've had so much time off here this early in the season. And, you know, quite frankly, the guys get started almost a full month behind the girls anyways. But Northrop looks good in their uniforms right now out there getting warm. I've said they got some slick unis. First time I've been able to do a Northrop game in like 3 years because, you know, you steal them all from me, and I just have to go do South and Concordia and North Side. But anyways, this should be an interesting matchup between these two teams. Both teams have good guards. Not a lot of size on the court tonight. Maybe Northrop, quite frankly, is just an eyelash bigger. You know, they look like mirror images of each other. So this should be a good game here between these two teams. And this is a big one in the SAC. You know, you got to try to keep track with the Homesteads and the Carrolls and the Snyders and Bishop DeWanger this year. They're all going to be outstanding. And Southside, whoever made their schedule, you know, needs to be taken out back and made them run about 200 laps out on the track out here because they have such a tough early season schedule for Coach Foster and the boys. So, you know, this will be a tough matchup here. We've seen some crazy things between South and Northrop over the last 5 years.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. And, again, I know the Northrop boys are going to be thrilled to play. Again, they haven't played since the 25th. Southside does bring a 1-3 record on the season into tonight's contest. And a couple of close losses most recently as they fell to Northside in their only conference game of the season. That was a 6-point loss against Northside. And then most recently against a good Churubusco team, that was a 5-point loss in overtime. As we look ahead for Southside, as you mentioned their schedule, they will play over the break. Again, no SAC tournament for these teams this year. But they'll play Mishawaka Marion on December 29th. And so they did find a game to get in there over the holiday break. And then they'll start their 2021 season with a game against Homestead. The Bruins, on the other hand, they will turn around and play tomorrow. And so 4 practices in, they're eligible to play. And they're going to play back-to-back nights. And so a 5:30 p.m. tip tomorrow as they host, well, just the number 1 team in the state of Indiana, the Wildcats of Lawrence North, under Coach Jack Kiefer, who I believe has 800 wins, almost 800 wins in his high school coaching career. And so we'll be bringing that one to you tomorrow from Northrop High School. The Bruins, will start their 21 season against Snyder on January 8th, another SAC game. And then Ryan got a chance to talk to Coach Chamble about just his break and what they did over the break, and I said, you could probably write a book on coaching during a pandemic. He said it'd be a horror story, just no fun at all, as they had multiple guys dealing with it. Everybody healthy, though, and ready to go tonight. But he did mention they were able to actually Zoom a lot, almost daily, as a team, and go through different things, even though they couldn't meet together and obviously, be physical activity. But to a player, he said the guys were great. They got on Zoom. They kept themselves physically active. And, needless to say, there's going to be some rust, I think, in this first quarter, a team that hasn't played in over almost a month.
Absolutely. This Northrop team was actually very competitive last year. The graduation came, COVID has came, guys have moved around, but Coach Chamble's got Smith, and I mentioned I've seen him play in summer ball, Kamari Smith, and he's one of those guys that can take over a game. He's long, he's athletic, he's smart. All those, those extra little things, and a little more about this Northrop team than I do because you cover them a heck of a lot more than I do. But I saw him play, especially in the summer ball, and I think he's an outstanding talent here in the Summit Athletic Conference.
Yeah, absolutely. And last year got to play with 7 seniors and really got going after a tough start to the season. They really got going. And in that sectional championship, outplayed Snyder for most of that game. And had a chance to win it had Dylan Duff not just taken over that fourth quarter, hit some amazing shots late in that fourth quarter to give Snyder the sectional championship. So really that team was playing well. But again, he was surrounded there by seniors, experienced seniors, athletic, tall group. And so now he, obviously a very different role for Kamani Smith this year, the go-to man, but also the focus of every team's scouting report coming into the game.
Yeah, and he will be the number one person the Archers will try to stop, and you see him running out here on the court now. Austin Jordan, the first man on the court. He's going to have Jalen Lattimore, the transfer from Snyder a couple years ago, out there with him. And I think he's pretty healthy coming out of the football season for the first time in a while for Coach J.J. Foster. And then Ashton Johnson. Johnson is probably, in my opinion, one of the smartest players I've encountered in high school basketball. He's very good up top in between the ears. His sister played here at Southside. She was Brittany Johnson. She was a very good ball player. His other brother played at Snyder, went on and played college basketball too. And so it's in his genes. He's smart, and you know what he knows what to do? How to get in your head really quick. I've seen him do it in games. Don't be surprised if him and Smith get a little extra in this first half.
And it should be interesting. And again, I got a chance to talk to Coach Chamble before the game and kind of asked him his 3 keys to be successful tonight. And he said, number one, we got to out rebound. We got to limit the Archers to 1 shot. Because he expects them to go to the glass. And he's also expecting some full court pressure. And so wants his guys to handle pressure and get their shots. He wants his group to take shots that they want, that they practice, rather than be sort of forced into, hurried, out of control shots. And it'll be interesting how the Bruins attack that. And, if I am Coach Foster and I'm getting ready to play Northrop, a team that hadn't played in a month, I'm probably going to full court press as well and see what kind of condition they're in and see if we can't create some opportunities for us offensively. And he also just said he expects this group to get after tonight. They need to get after the 50-50 balls. He expects a lot of them tonight and really just wants to outcompete the Archers tonight. So it should be interesting. Fans, we're about 30 seconds away from turning it over to the Southside PA here. And maybe not the greatest speakers in the city. Not sure if you're going to be able to hear anything this announcer says, but we're still going to turn it over to the Southside PA nonetheless as we get ready for SAC boys high school basketball. And there you see it, not a lot of height on display for either team. For the Bruins, just the two seniors, Kamani Smith and Jaden Billingsley, and then Jaden Schmank, who did see some varsity action last year as a freshman, along with number 5, Jerrion Reese, and then number 10,
and
Devin Campos.
We are going to have a delay here because Mr. Lattimore had on the wrong jersey. So an extra TV timeout here at Southside High School. Once again,
the officials maybe aren't teeing it up or demanding that another player start.
Yep, I'm shocked too. Looking around the Summit Athletic Conference tonight in boys basketball, Carroll visits Wayne tonight. It's Concordia at Bishop Dwenger, Northside at Snyder, and Homestead at Bishop Lures.
So some big ones early, and again, any early conference games are important. This is the first conference game for the Bruins, second for the Archers. They fell at Northside. We mentioned that, and Smith, the athletic Smith, number 21 for the Bruins, gets the tip, and he'll get the ball on the right wing. This is Reese with it. Again, no real post presence for the Bruins. I don't know if we'll see a post-entry pass all night long. And here's Smith. They get it to him on the right side, clear it out. 18-foot jumper, and you might want to pressure him, make him put it on the deck just to kind of start Kamani Smith wanted, and the Bruins fall back. Looks like a little 2-3 zone. Up fake by Jordan, couldn't get it to go, and Smith, much more is going to be asked of him on the defensive rebounding respond when it comes to defensive rebounding responsibility, and he lets that 22-footer fly, and back of the rim and down go the Kamani Smith Peaches. Good-looking baseline pass there. Couldn't get it to go. That was the freshman Wallace, the lefty. And Smith attacking, forcing a whistle as Johnson was retreating. I don't know who, Ryan, they're going to get this on, Wallace or Johnson.
He split about 3 different defenders on that play on the way to the rack, but this is just the start. Kamari Smith wanted here on the road tonight is no rust. You said there was going to be rust. What?
Hey, and you know what? I saw Kamani Smith getting a sweat in, and I mean a sweat over at Northrop pre-game.
Lane violation on Jaden Schmink.
He had the ball, and Jerrion Reese just walked across the paint. I'm not sure what they called there, but either way, he's going to that was a violation, so just one free throw attempt and a missed opportunity there as Reese just walked across the paint.
Yeah. Good look.
Yeah, almost by design, you have to think, as soon as Lattimore caught that, he hit Johnson cutting. And I think if you're Southside, that's one area where you want to take advantage is, despite the fact that Southside doesn't have a lot of size either, I think they are going to try to attack the basket area, a little more strength underneath for the Archers.
Really, the only true inside presence that Southside has is Hollister, and he's not starting tonight.
And I'm not sure that's the shot Coach Foster wants. You had an open look, but you hadn't got a touch in the paint yet. You know, don't be afraid of Sherwin-Williams, right?
That's
Their
true.
paint is good. If you're a basketball player, get the ball to the paint maybe before you take your outside threes. Sherwin-Williams got some quality products over there. And I like, even though he missed that, I like the fact that Jordan drove it into the paint, got the 12-footer, just didn't get it to go.
He short-armed that just a tad bit, and we're going to have a timeout.
Yeah, I think the referees found some little juice on the pumpkin. Nice job there by the near official wiping that off. Not sure if that was a COVID-friendly move or just a little sweat on the ball. Here's a ball screen for Schmank, and didn't really play the point guard position last year, but maybe by demand going to take on that role this year. Here's Reese with the offensive rebound. Surrounded. And I think they're going to say travel there as Lattimore, 3 seconds in the paint, the call. And here's Wallace with the Bruins extending a little 2-1-2 full court pressure. Smith, what a block.
Oh, what a look.
Came right out to Jordan, who diagonally snapped that chest pass to Ashton Johnson for the first 2 points for the Archers. And as Johnson defended that attempt offering by Reese, they're going to say he fouled him, and so Reese going to step to the line. 4:54 remaining. And Reese, the 6'4 junior for the Bruins. But Kamani Smith with that block on the end. Ryan, there is a river in Egypt. I think you know about it. It is called denial.
That
Kamani
is definitely it.
Smith erasing that shot attempt by Ashton Johnson. I think he's already got 5 rebounds to Smith. Lattimore the backside board after the Campos miss. Campos the junior for the Bruins. And there's another defensive rebound by Smith. He's either a ball magnet or a really good defensive rebounder.
He's a very good rebounder. He's got good knack for the ball. I mean, he is around the ball all the time. I noticed that in his summer ball and out here. You know, he's the main target. So, and he wants to play.
Sure, and a very good athlete, long wingspan there, and really clearing the defensive boards. Boy, they missed Reese there on the underneath out of bounds, but Schmank will initiate for the Bruins. Looks like a ball screen high. He'll attack to the right, deflected out of bounds by the senior. Quick hands on display there by Austin Jordan.
Northrop with good spacing here early against the Southside defense.
4:16 remaining here. Here's Reese again, wide open underneath. Couldn't get it to go. Gathers his own board. Schmank, and they're going to say Lattimore touched it last. This is Jaden Smith with it. Jaden Schmank fumbled it. Loose ball. You love the hustle. Campos trying to find an orange jersey to throw it to. And actually, they're going to give the Bruins a timeout here. Save a possession. Right at Cowboy. 4:01. We'll take a quick break as we pause here. We'll be right back after a brief word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Don Riker Gymnasium after a loose ball timeout there by the Bruins. First timeout of the game used by either team. Going to be another underneath out of bounds for the Bruins. Cross screen, and they get it to Smith on the left wing, guarded by the junior Johnson. And this is Devin Campos. Schmank with the ball. And again, as we talk about varsity experience, graduation hit the Bruins very hard. A turnover there on top, and an easy lay-in. That was number 3, Lamontrell Manning. Give him credit for jumping that ball screen very hard, the junior guard for the Archers. But not a lot of varsity experience returning for the Bruins. 7 seniors, we mentioned it last year. So Schmank saw some action, and then Jaden Smith, who's now got the ball, driving baseline, couldn't get it to go. And Reese, give him credit, the rebound putback. And then Kamani Smith, really the only varsity minute getters from last year's group. Foul there as Schmank reached in against Johnson. And so, again, the Bruins keeping with this 2-1-2 sort of three-quarter court pressure, perhaps just to slow the Archers, make them think a little bit as they start their offensive attack. This is Manning with it. Shout out to the lime green shoes of Lamontrell Manning. My Nikes of the night. Mr. Manning.
Is that on Smith?
Yeah, a reach in there. You know, obviously you don't want your seniors to do that, especially when you're as valuable as you are when your name's Kamani Smith. His first, team second, 2:42 remaining in the first quarter. Boy, Johnson had great backside position. He dove in on the backside, just missed him there, did the Archers.
Man, that backside is open for the Archers if they can figure out a way to get through the zone. Because the Northrop teams are going beyond the point of no return on that, going through the paint. Now they've kind of shirted up. Nope.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think if you can get that skip past the backside guard, and it doesn't matter which side, both backside guards are really hedging with their heads as well. They're not really seeing the backside skip pass. I think if they could send a dive and then skip it across, you'll at least have some wide open shots, but you could also then be able to attack that closeout. And that layup wiped away on the charge call. Campos finds Billingsley in the middle, who a nice, and that's Jaden Billingsley. We were calling him Jaden Smith earlier in the broadcast. My apologies, Mr. Billingsley. A nice find as he gets Jerion Reese another bucket. And give Ashton Johnson credit as he stuck with that one. Plus the harm, his first 2 points of the game. And he'll step to the line for a potential three-point play. Short and nobody boxed out Manning. Here's Johnson stepping into a three-ball long. Not a whole lot of boxing out again. And these orange jerseys are going to have to put a body on somebody. A little spectating as the ball's in the air by the Bruin defenders. And a reach in there. Let's see who they get on this one.
I think they got Johnson.
They're going to get Smith, and that's again. A big one there. His second.
And Ashton Johnson's going to look up there and see that. And I guarantee you that guy's going to say, hey, he's got two. Let's go right at him. Here's a quick jumper.
Wallace steps into a corner three long. He's missed two from that exact same spot. And here comes Jaden Schmank. Foul there. I think they're going to get Lattimore before there was no shot, but on the ground.
With the chuck.
Foul's kind of picking up. Both of these teams are going to have to play with their feet, or otherwise we're going to have a free throw shooting contest. There's Jaden Billingsley play on, say the officials, as Caden Wallace The Archers have got a couple of those breakaway layups. 0 defenders in sight as they cut it to a 4-point Northrop lead with 55 seconds. Looks like a 2-3 zone for the Archers, Ryan.
Yeah, probably a good idea here in the last minute. We haven't seen, other than Smith, be able to hit a real big jumper, and here comes another one.
And that just looked like tired legs, but look who's there, Billingsley on the defensive rebound. Speaking of no box out, I don't think white jerseys or orange jerseys are really trying to be physical during the shot to where we could say that's a box out. A little lackadaisical. I was getting ready to credit Wallace there with the defensive flick. And Keon Bates will check in for Schmank, as will Manning return, along with number 22 for the Archers. That's Keith King. And number 20 as well, Robert Rembert. So 6'5" and 6'6" now in the basket area defending for the Archers.
Rembert did get some play last year on the varsity, so.
And here's Keon Bates, who became the starting varsity quarterback at some point during the season for the Bruins. Did a fantastic job once he took that position. And now running some point guard is the sophomore Keon Bates.
Well, when you have a running back like Northrop has, that takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback.
You mean school record setter Demarius Cowan, who almost set every rushing record the school has. Shout out to Demarius Cowan, the senior running back for the Bruins this year. And that's your final shot. Not a great look, but the Bruins, in their first game in a month, have a 6-point lead after 8 minutes. We'll be right back here for the second quarter after a brief word from our sponsors here at SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back to Southside High School as the Bruins, after 8 minutes of play, have a 6-point lead. The visitor Bruins, as we get ready to resume play on the floor for the Archers. Jordan, who will inbound the ball, Ashton Johnson, Rembert, King, and on the backside, Manning, Lamontrell Manning, who had some good moments there in that first quarter. And you see the Bruins in a little 2-3 zone, looking to be active on the backside of that zone, and just got sent back to the backside. Salmon Alexander, the 6'5 sophomore.
A little confusion
Ashton
to get
Johnson
started.
Surrounded. Boy, he was surrounded there like the...
Well, they say that went off at Southside.
Yeah, he was looking on the backside. I thought it went off of a Northrop knee, but needless to say, a little 1-2-2 full court press for the Archers, and they get it to Kamani Smith, who we mentioned has 2 fouls. Picked up 2 fouls in that first quarter, still on the floor for Coach Chamble. And a reach in there from Schmeck. That's one thing you do not want your starting point guard to do, is foul 57.5 feet away from the basket.
And we're going to be shooting a ton of foul shots in this second quarter at the rate we're going.
7:27 remaining in this second quarter. And they get it to King, who caught that to shoot it and knocks down the corner 3. Boy, that was by design. They had the backside board set up well. Not necessary, because Keith King hits the 3 to pull his team within 3. Nice up fake, and I like the decision there by Austin Jordan. He could have let that go, but wanted to just see, and now his team's running some offense, and you want good possessions. And after that 3 by King, a turnover here on the baseline. But you want to put back-to-back good possessions together. Here's Campos with it. He'll fire a 23-footer. And again, that was a non-paint touch 3. Not sure if that was Swedish or Serbian, but Euro nonetheless from Austin Jordan as Campos tried to take the charge. But Austin Jordan, Euro stepped him around for the layup. Here he is stepping into a skip 3. Nice find there by Ashton Johnson, the 3 long from Austin Jordan. And Jaden Schmank will initiate for the Bruins. Tough defense there by Ashton Johnson. Smith rose up, able to shoot it over him, but short on the 15-footer. Boy, Mighton have got away with his 3rd foul there. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these subs is for Smith.
Nope.
No, they're going to leave him in, but he reached in there as Austin Jordan drove it in again and deflected it out of bounds. So did cause the turnover, give him credit, but my goodness. Picking up your 3rd foul with 5:47 remaining in the second quarter is not on the game plan for the Bruins. And give Johnson credit. He was not in position, but drew the attention of the official by falling as Jaden Billingsley tried to, I think, at the last second avoid the charge, but a nice take there by the junior Ashton Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson, he's a little underrated as a defensive player. I don't think most people know how good he actually is because he's pretty smart with his body. But he's a good defensive player. And you know what? If it weren't for Jordan at the point guard, he'd be running the point. So, you've got 2 point guards out there, and he's really playing out of position at the 2. Or right now he's kind of running the 3 where Lattimore was at. Ooh.
Lefty floater. That's one thing all good guards want to be able to do is go both ways. But that time he finished it with his left hand. A turnover on the far sideline by Campos. Jordan not hesitant at all. Misses that top of the key 3. Here's Keon Bates, and that looked like practice, Ryan. Not sure if that was the Olivia Smith speed we saw in game 1, but nonetheless, he got to the rim unmolested and finished the layup. And a 2-3 zone on display for the Bruins. Both these teams playing some zone. I think they want to force both offenses to score from beyond the paint, keep it out of the paint. And again, neither of these teams with real size defensively. Tough finish there as Billingsley tried to score on the baseline. And Jordan, boy, so much better in and around the basket area is the senior guard for the Archers. That time finishing very well in transition.
That play was really started with Ashton Johnson getting that rebound and a good bounce pass. He didn't go chest pass. We see a lot of people do it the wrong way. That time he gave his young man here the chance for a 3-point play. Good rebound there by Rembert.
Kind of like Keon Bates on the other end a couple possessions ago. Nobody stopped him. That time nobody stopped Austin Jordan. As Campos, I believe he was at Homestead last year, not on the varsity team, so this is really his first varsity experience as a high school basketball player. Hits that 3. You like his confidence in transition. And that you mentioned, the foul totals mounting. That's the 7th team foul now on the Bruins. And Ashton Johnson going to step to the line to shoot 1 and the bonus.
I think everybody's confused on what it was.
Yeah, it's really a counting thing. And, a lot of us work on counting. We continue to work on it even after kindergarten, first grade. And so that was 1, and then this is 2. Somebody was confused there. Johnson able to hit both, and a quick. And that ball was not completely across, and I'm going to have to go check the rules, but I don't think if you completely establish possession.
It's got to be 3 points, correct?
Court,
3 points, correct? 3, you got to have 2 feet and the ball.
Correct.
For it to be over and back.
Right. So nice no-call play on there by the officials as Keon Bates caught that. Now he did have a foot across half court, but the ball and the other foot, you're exactly right, were still in the backcourt. Nobody guarding Johnson, who just hit 2 free throws. And I don't care if you're a good three-point shooter or not. If you just knock down 2 free throws and you catch it wide open, let that thing fly. Kamani Smith had a good look from the corner, unable to get it to go. And now Southside on a little 5-0 run here with a chance to add to their lead with 2:50 remaining.
Oh.
And again, not a lot of resistance as Caden Wallace drove it in there and went window. Campos, nice diagonal pass to Bates. Step back through. I think he made that shot tougher, Ryan, than it should have been.
He should have just gone up with it right away. That little hesitation cost him some rhythm there in that shot.
I think Southside now really finding some comfortability against this 2-3 zone of the Bruins.
Ashton Johnson walking over to his head coach and says, I think he needs a break. It's about Manning.
With a little Happy Feet there. I don't know if you saw that movie years ago, Ryan, the Happy Feet penguin movie?
Yep, absolutely.
I believe that was in Antarctica? No. The Arctic? You know what? I don't know which pole the penguins live at, but
both.
Here's Smith attacking. Going to give it to Kilby. This is the junior guard. Campos hit a 3 from the other side. Back of the rim on that one. Followed his own shot. Give him credit. And again, guess who taking a charge? Ashton Johnson. Stepping in there.
Hey, at least that shoe did not fly after somebody found it like the LSU game.
Give him credit. He knew it was Kamani Smith coming.
He said, get out of here, didn't he?
And Ashton Johnson knew if he stood in there, boy, he was coming full speed, but if he stood in there, that would be Smith's 3rd foul. And so he'll have to take a seat.
Yeah, he said, that's 3. Get out of here.
With 1:39 remaining in the second quarter. Kilby guarding Jordan. Two-three zone of the Bruins. Backside miss and rebounded. That's number 15, Jaden Smith. That's Jaden Smith. We got Jaden Schmenk. We got Jaden Billingsley. We got Jaden Smith. All on the roster for the Bruins. Mathematically, one of them probably always on the floor at some point during the game. And a foul called, the 6th team foul on the Archers. That's going to be the 2nd on Johnson. And so a sideline out of bounds look for the Bruins. You know, I was almost going to say nobody really cut hard, came to the ball hard there, but on the pass, Jordan. A little too much contact there, so Billingsley will step to the line for 1 and the bonus. Maybe a little offensive-defense substitution here as Johnson returns with those 2 fouls. 1:15 remaining in the second quarter.
Whew, that barely drew iron.
And again, Jordan so good at attacking, but a smart coaching move here by Coach Foster. You know, he just scored, but I think he's going to call a timeout here simply to get Ashton Johnson out of the game so that he doesn't pick up that 3rd foul. So much basketball to be had in the second half. And it'll be interesting to see if there is a substitution here after this 30-second timeout.
Yeah, I think it was, I saw, who did I see? Number 14, Gaston ran over to the score table like right as it went in, and he called time. It's either to get Johnson or Jordan out of the game with those fouls. He may even have put 2 players in. We just didn't see the other one come to the table.
And so a 7-point lead for the Archers as we break from this timeout. 1:08 remaining as Jordan quickly took that defensive rebound the other way for 2 points. 7-point lead, biggest lead of the game for the Archers. And yeah, some subs in here to prevent that foul trouble.
Yeah, he brought in Roush at that timeout.
And some full court pressure here by the Archers. Deflected out of bounds. They're going to say stay with the Bruins.
And different this time is the person out of bounds and cannot move.
That is correct, basketball fans, streamers. You can travel when out of bounds. If you are in a set position, the referee will always tell you if you are set or can move when inbounded. Campos with it. 1-2-2 zone. This is the primary defense we've seen from the Archers in the first half. Here's Kilby with it. And again, usually in this 1-2-2 zone, you want to attack the corners. They get it to Jaden Smith here. Campos, Reese. Might have shuffled the puppies there. No whistle, no violation. And so patience there by the Bruins. Well defended, though. Not a lot of good looks in that possession. But 21-point out. It'll be interesting to see if Northrop holds it for the final shot of the half.
And who's going to take it's the bigger question.
Campos, another 23-footer. Couldn't get it to go, and here comes Caldwell. Caden Wallace, I'm sorry. Campos, the rebound. Finds Billingsley. 2-1. That is how you end a half. Pass it up ahead. One dribble and flush the Wilson for Jaden Billingsley. And let's just go ahead and show you that again in transition as Wallace missed. Campos quickly found Billingsley and something I was never able to do is flush the Wilson like Jaden Billingsley.
I used to be able to dunk pretty easily, but now it's just cookies and donuts.
Much more delicious.
Yes.
And fans, that is your first 16 minutes of basketball. A 5-point Archer lead as the coaches take their groups to the locker rooms. We'll be right back after a brief break here at SummitCitySports.com.
Sure we have to do this? A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, Nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Welcome back to Don Riker Gymnasium here at Southside High School. We still got about 3 minutes to go here in halftime. Your score, the Archers with a 26-21 lead over the Northrop Bruins. Other games around the area tonight: Carroll at Wayne, Concordia at Bishop DeWanger, North and Snyder. That's probably one of the better games tonight. And Homestead, they travel to Bishop Luers. Tomorrow around the area, some of our local teams will be in action as well. Maybe not here on Summit City Sports, but Bishop DeWanger is going to go down and take on a good Marion team at 7:30. Wayne at Columbia City. Homestead up to South Bend. Well, they're going to play South Bend St. Joe's tomorrow, and that game's going to be played at Grace College rather than all the way up in South Bend. So Lawrence North, a game that my buddy next to me will have tomorrow. They will travel to Fort Wayne and take on this Northrop Bruin team. A game I'll have tomorrow night. Oak Hill will come into town and they'll take on Concordia. That game will start at 7:30. The Northrop Lawrence North game at 5:30. So mark that on your calendar. And then South Bend Riley, that game is the second game up at Grace College tomorrow. They will take on the Snyder Panthers at 2 p.m. That's actually the first game tomorrow. Homestead St. Joe's will be the 8 o'clock game there tomorrow at Grace College. The lone game next week we will have for you here on Summit City Sports and Boys Action. Concordia will take on a really good Leo team who basically returned the whole sectional championship team from last year. And Andrew,
absolutely.
You're back.
Yeah, I got a chance to see them actually here in this gym where they defeated Southside, but just a ton of experience. And you know, any coach loves that when you can return your starters, but so much experience and really, you know, that height that they have inside with Troyer, 6'7", 6'6", but they're also smart and intelligent. They play well together. And they weren't even full strength when I had them here. They were missing a couple due to, COVID protocol tracing sort of issues. But off to a great start is the Leo Lions.
Yeah, they're outstanding. I mean, we've got some really good teams in the area this year. Homestead is loaded with the transfer coming in from Clarkston High School out of Michigan. Fletcher Lawyer, whose brother is a walk-on at Michigan State and actually plays quite a bit for Sparty. So, and then his sister, a hell of a volleyball player over at Concordia. Yeah, Jersey Lawyer, just a freshman, maybe one of the area's top players over there. So Homestead loaded, Blackhawk Christian very good, Leo's good, Carroll's going to be good. I think Snyder's better than most people thought they were going to be. Northside's improved. So this Northrop and the Southside team both good. So a lot of really good teams in the area once again.
Yeah, and obviously just really, really hopeful that we can continue to get good get games in. Coaches want to get games in. Players want to get games in. That we can avoid cancellations and postponements and that vaccine can't get here soon enough because we love high school basketball, we love college basketball, and want to continue to get competition out there and get young men and young women competing on different levels.
Yeah, and we didn't even mention Woodland's got Joe Reedy. He's outstanding, a big guy. And then New Haven. New Haven's probably got Jakar Williams. He's not probably. He is one of the top 5 players, I believe, in the area all around. Inside, outside dishes, can dribble, can do everything. He was a very good quarterback for the New Haven Bulldogs this past year. He's back on the court with them. Now, they started off with a tough one. I think they had to play Blackhawk Christian right out of the gate, so that's not too fair there for some teams. But Jakar Williams, man, that name, that guy is a top-notch athlete in the area.
Got a chance to see that team Wednesday, and you're exactly right. And now that Coach Stevens is back, he was actually out the last 2 games.
And even Norwell. Norwell has lost some of their guys. They've gone on to college. Big Will Geiger, right? He's gone, and Torson's gone, and a couple other guys are gone. But you know what? They're loaded. That freshman class was one of the top ones in the area.
Yeah, so a lot of good basketball again, and actually Northrop did pick up Norwell in sort of a we're available, you're available type of game. So they will play at Norwell on December 30th. So they will get one game in, including tomorrow, over the holiday break, again with no SAC tournament. So as we get ready for second half play here, Kamani Smith and those 3 fouls on the floor for the Bruins, along with Jaden Schmank, Jaden Billingsley, number 5, Jerrion Reese, and number 12, Devin Campos. For the Archers, Caden Wallace, who had some offensive productivity there in the first half, Austin Jordan, Lamontrell Manning, Ashton Johnson, and Lattimore. Again, staying in that 1-2-2 zone are the Archers. This time, Kamani Smith, and that's what fresh legs will do for you. We saw his legs maybe get a little tired as that first half wore on, but that time caught it at the high post, turned and shot right over the defense.
That's probably his game right there, 15-footer. And that's a good spot for him to run on that, across that backside of that defense. Whoa.
Tough angle there. Johnson almost got that to sneak over the rim. But the Bruins now down 5 at halftime after that Billings dunk. Here's another 15-foot pull-up, well defended there by Johnson.
Southside went back to a man-to-man on that possession.
Stepping into a top-of-the-key three, that was Lattimore. Campos intercepted by Lattimore. Looking like a safety.
Played linebacker here for Coach Roosevelt Norfleet.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker. I'd love to put any coach would love to put some pads on Lattimore and say, go tackle. Clear out for Jordan. And a little too physical on the defense was Jaden Billingsley.
You know, when Lattimore was a freshman over at Snyder, he had some big scoring outputs as a freshman. He has yet to do that here at Southside. Injuries have kind of derailed him at least last year for sure.
And he caught that against Reese, really just kind of getting wherever he wanted there. There's the strong Jalen Lattimore, just a junior, 6'3", but 220. At least 220 on the roster. And the lefty will bounce it 3 times, spin it, flick it, and tickle the nylon with 6:35 remaining in the third quarter. Connects on both, and something all scorers love to see is the ball go in a couple of times from the free throw line. A 1-3-1 zone here for the Archers. Definitely trying to make the Bruins think at the start of this second half. Campos to Billingsley. I was about to say nice interior passing, but even better interior defense there as Johnson got the steal. Flick of the wrist and splash for the junior Johnson. He's going to play the bottom of that 1-3-1. And again, the Bruins did get a good look when they threw it corner. Billingsley dove to the basket, and they got a good look here. Schmank rebounded. That's one thing that's difficult sometimes to do in that 1-3-1 zone is clean up defensive rebounds. Campos with a wide open corner three, can't get it to go. Nice extra pass, a lot of patience there by Johnson. He just made a three, but shared it with his teammate, and everybody's getting a touch of the basketball. Always a little easier to play really good defense when you get to touch the ball, as Johnson sharing it there and Jordan tipping it in. And a timeout by Coach Chamble. While we got a break here, I want to go to our sponsors. A reminder, today's broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. We want to thank Kelly Automotive Group, which is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit DriveKelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Hungry fans, Big Eyed Fish has been around Northeast Indiana for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. And as play resumes here, you got to if you're Southside, your ability to hit the three, get the tip in there. Again, we mentioned box outs sort of lacking in that first half, and there as Manning, I believe, shot the corner three. Nobody boxed out Jordan, who got the tip in. And again, that 1-3-1 zone for the Archers remains a little switcher. I think they're going to go back to that 1-2-2, it looks like. Maybe a little 2-3 zone here as Smith catches at the high post. And you like the communication of the Archers defensively. Here's Smith. Tough fall away 18-footer. You know, when he misses, they're short. they're always online. He's got a good stroke. Here's Ashton Johnson. Speaking of good strokes, gave his bench a little of the look after that three went down. He's hit 2 in the third quarter. And he's cleaning up defensive rebounds on this end. A 13-point lead, biggest of the game, and happy feet for the freshman Wallace.
I think Southside changing up their defenses. They've gone to a 2. They were in a 2-3, then to a 1-3-1, and I believe that last possession was a matchup zone of some sort, whether it was a 3-2 or a 2-3. But here they've gone back to the 1-3-1.
Well, and again, one thing they do know is there's not a lot of experience at the varsity level for this Bruin team. And so if you can make them think out there, a lot of times it slows you down. It takes you out of rhythm. What offense should we be in? And you got a lot of chance there for sort of uncertainty that you can put on the other team by changing defenses.
And I think one reason they went to the 1-3-1 after they were in that early 2-3 matchup zone or 3-2 zone, they wanted to stop Smith because he caught, fired, and hit the 15-footer. And when you go to that 1-3-1, now you're going to have 3 guys standing around him to make him a little more uncomfortable.
Yeah, and again, it's also another way to hide your lack of height. Not that the Bruins really have a strong interior, individual that they can throw it to go get a bucket. No Sidney Curry.
Right.
On this group, or Devin Baney last year, 6'8" Devin Baney. But, you can kind of hide your height with zones, and you're right, they took away that high post where Kamani Smith was sort of sitting at to start the half. So some adjustments by Coach Foster of the Archers. Here's a nice curl by Jordan. And when he gets to the rim in the basket area, we see a lot of good things out of him. Got a great look there, just couldn't get it to go. Schmank, the floater, tough no call. Johnson tried to take another charge. There's that 5-high offense. They really like to clear out the block for the wings. Nice spin, but a jump ball. My goodness, Jordan fell hard there. Ryan, I think you'd be out a week and a half if you fell that hard, but Austin Jordan popped right back up.
The floor would be injured if I was doing that play nowadays. Good look underneath.
Yeah, Johnson got...
Oh, no.
And Johnson, that's where he lost it. He stayed right there defending Billingsley close. And they're going to get Billingsley for the offensive foul.
Coach Rod Shamble is not happy with that. But our official right here had a great look at that. He could see it clearly.
Yeah, I think Billingsley might have been trying to clear space, but definitely made contact with Johnson, who...
If that was college, they would review that and he would get a flagrant one.
We can say that's now the third offensive foul that Johnson has drawn in this game. Not only does that build the team fouls of the other team, it takes away possessions, it prevents scoring opportunities, and so, good defenders treat teams like Visa, MasterCard. They take charges.
That's right.
Maybe American Express, a little Amex card. And that quickly, the fourth personal foul on Jaden Billingsley. He picked up 2 in a span of 12 and a half seconds, and so he'll have to be subbed in for as number 25 checks back into the game. This is Dalman Alexander, the sophomore, now defending Johnson. .point lead, 3:01 remaining here in the third quarter. Wallace kick out to Johnson. He's hit 2 threes, so you got to guard him out beyond the 3-point line, as Alexander is doing now. Guess who getting into the paint? But Smith with another block. We saw him wipe one away in the first half. He blocked that one. Here's Alexander, 12-footer.
Southside right now getting all the 50-50 balls.
And that's one thing Coach Campbell talked about. He needed his group to get their first win of the season. The Bruins started the season with a loss against DeKalb, but again, we said this earlier, they have not played since November 25th.
Ooh, they just
COVID protocols.
They just missed Lattimore, and a back cut went right behind Smith. Never even saw him.
Yeah, I don't know how you miss a individual the size of Lattimore.
Oh no!
And that was a smart take by Johnson. As he got by the first defender, he knew that Kamani Smith was coming for the shot block, but he also, I think, quickly realized I can draw Smith's fourth personal foul if I create contact.
But they didn't give it to him. They gave it to number 25.
Ooh.
Yeah, earlier in the drive.
Actually, Coach Foster just asking the official about that foul call, why it was on Alexander.
Yeah, in fact, Jalen Lattimore asking the same question.
Good news for Northrop fans as Johnson hits the first free throw.
Johnson, an 80% foul shooter on the season.
And a little 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure here by the Archers. Here's Kilby. Schmank, who now gives it to Jaden Smith. Dribbles into no man's land where you do not want to be. A lot of coaches call that coffin corner.
Yes. We would have been doing some extra running in high school if we got in that corner.
Tough inbound pass. Smith does track it down, flips. And I think Smith caught that in the front court and then pivoted. And one of his Nikes stepped into the back court.
Yeah, that was another one of those close ones there at half court.
Here's Keith King, who hit a corner three in the first half. Man-to-man defense for the Bruins. Schmank going to guard Johnson. So far, the Archers have really cleared out that block like they do there for Caden Wallace. The freshman feeling good. Schmank, well, that's a tough floater with 1:30 remaining. So one thing that does, they go a lot of 1-4 high to the Archers. It takes away that help defender. Boy, Rembert not ready for that pass from Jordan, but as a passer, you got to know who you're passing to. But that 1-4 high look has really taken away the help defender, and the Bruins have yet to sort of force that ball middle. They've given up the baseline drive quite a bit here in the third quarter. Here's Smith, power dribble, finds Kamani Smith, and they're going to say whistle on the deck before the pass. And they're going to get that on Keith King, his first team second. So a 15-point lead, 52.8 seconds. And the Archers really owning this quarter. Kamani Smith with a much-needed three-pointer for the Bruins. Schmank defending Jordan. Keith King with it. Gets it to Rembert, and Coach Foster not thrilled with the development of that possession, so he'll take a 30-second timeout. While we go to a highlight, let's actually go to some highlights from earlier in the action. Watch this one.
Actually, this was the last three.
This is
from Smith.
From the third quarter, so watch it here on the inbound. They're going to find Kamani Smith on the inbound catch, and again, you got to get tight on him beyond the three-point line, force him to put it on the deck. A nice-looking stroke from the 6'5 senior for the Bruins. And that drew him to within 12, and a timeout there by Coach Foster. So there'll be, I believe, a low side inbound for the Archers as they come out of this timeout.
Yeah, and he re-entered Johnson and Lattimore in that timeout because they want to they may be playing for the final possession here of this quarter.
Sure, and obviously another opportunity is to kind of go quick and put that press back on. And let's see if they empty out the block again against this man-to-man defense of the Bruins. They run Wallace up off of a screen. He shoots a tough 12-footer. Got it to go. The lefty feeling good. Heating up this Don Reichert Gymnasium. I think it's 27 degrees outside, but Caden Wallace is a cool 88.
Caden Wallace, just a freshman. Southside got a couple good freshmen here in boys and girls. We saw Davis in the girls game. She had an outstanding third quarter against the Bruins girls team.
I feel like Caden Wallace was watching her play. He's doing similar things here in this third quarter. The lefty put it on the scouting report. 2 seconds. Smith going to hit the first of two. Nice looking stroke for the senior. Jordan going to launch his 58-footer. Couldn't get it to go, but third quarter goes to the Archers. And we'll be right back after a brief break here at SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back to Don Reichert Gymnasium as the Archers took a 5-point halftime lead and extended it to 12 as we get ready to resume fourth quarter play here. And they really did it, at both ends, changing up the defenses against the Bruins as they attack, but also limiting the offensive rebounding of the Bruins to build this lead.
Yeah, and then those two quick threes by Ashton Johnson really got the momentum going the Archers' way. But really, I mentioned it to you, the 50-50 balls in the third quarter, every one of them went to the Archers in that quarter.
And now a 2-3 zone, and after Johnson hit those threes, Caden Wallace, the freshman, picked up his scoring. He's now defending Schmank. And so a 2-3 zone, and again, I think the Bruins really want to try to get it to Kamani Smith in the high post. Here's Campos. And Kamani Smith poked out to the right wing, and Campos found him. Smith has got 8 straight points for the Bruins. Wallace, that ball was blocked emphatically into the Southside trainer. Even if she was injured on the play, she'd know what to do. She's an athletic trainer.
Lisa, yeah, she's pretty tough. She's tougher than most of my guys on the baseball team. She really tells me the truth. Good look.
And a nice slip there by Ashton Johnson, who couldn't get the 2-footer to go. And here come the Bruins now with a 9-point deficit. Schmank, inside-out crossover, well defended. And he might have been wise to kind of pull that out and run some offense. But you like the aggressiveness of the sophomore for the Bruins. Jaden Schmank had a tremendous fall on the football field.
He sure did. Very good defensively, good wide receiver.
And Wallace, I don't blame them for forcing him to go left there, because I wouldn't give up baseline drives either if I was the Bruins. Here's Schmank now spinning, under control. Nice body control by Schmank. Seven-point lead, and here's Wallace. I'm going to get Lattimore or Johnson a touch, but Kilby picks it off. Tough bounce pass. Count the bucket plus the harm. Ryan, I know your favorite pass is the bounce pass, and Dane Kilby threw a nice one there.
He sure did, and it was perfect You see it here on the Traction AP replay. He picks it off, and he gets his head up quickly, and he sees the bounce pass, and he leads him out in the bounce pass, which Mr. Wallace couldn't catch up to, and then foul, and here we go. We've got ourselves a game.
And a quick scoring burst by the Bruins going to force a Coach Foster timeout. We'll be right back after a brief break with more fourth quarter action here at Southside High School.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Boy, in that iCryo, Coach Foster wanting to try to do anything to chill these Northrop shooters here in the fourth quarter. I didn't see this coming, but a much-needed run offensively for the Bruins as Jaden Schmank just made a nice post move and then caught that pass from Kilby in transition. Going to have a chance here at 3 points the hard way.
Yeah, they needed to get out to a strong start here in this fourth quarter, and it's defense that has led to the offense here early in this fourth quarter.
Can't make the free throw, almost kept alive, and out of there comes Austin Jordan. Boy, he is so good, avoided the defender there in transition, and able to finish with either hand is the senior. I don't know if that's something he could do a couple of years ago.
No, he couldn't. He probably would have turned it over, but he's gotten much stronger offensively and defensively for the Archers.
And again, good defense there by Ashton Johnson. Smith, though, attacking the glass, caught that air ball like it was a pass and was able to finish it in. Here's Lamontrell Manning. The Southside Archers keep it alive, and with 5:26 now, it's a 5-point game. Little foul update. Northrop with 5 team fouls, Southside with 4. There's that empty block clear out.
They're going to get...
And Southside had a lot of success with that in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're going to get Kilby on the reach. And they said it was on the shot.
The other thing that does for Coach Foster, it gets his group attacking the basket, which obviously usually translates into more whistles, more fouls, and more of these. Manning good from the charity stripe. You know, Ryan, I don't know if you use Google Translate, but it's a really neat tool that Google has. You type in a word and it gives you, I don't know, the Spanish word. But driving the basketball, that usually Google translates into free throws.
Yes, that sounds about right. I don't use Google Translate all that often. Although I work with some people that I might need to use it with every once in a while.
I had some students, if you want to learn something, let students and teenagers show it to you. Demand that I Google Translate some French words. This was last year in a world history classroom. And oui, my French improved. Offensive foul there as Smith drove the baseline.
That was Ashton Johnson again.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That was his 4th offensive charge take of the night. He is our Visa MasterCard player of the game. He takes charges. He's the Taquay White of this year. Northrop graduate Taquay White used to take at least 2 charges a game, and now Ashton Johnson has 4. Nice move there in transition by Jaden Billingsley.
Yeah, they just brought him back in during that break. Billingsley's got to be careful. He's got 4, and we're going to see Wallace come back on. Looks like he's going to replace Manning in the lineup. You know, this might come down to who has the ball last, the way it's going.
And right now there's 3 Jadens on the floor for Northrop. So if we mispronounce or say some incorrect names, I guess maybe we have actually more of an opportunity to say the correct name. Nice use of the window. Keith King treating this game like it's a beautiful spring day. Went window. In transition, a lot of people say the Euro step killed the pull-up bank shot, but Keith King says no.
You are correct in that.
Jerry Henry's going to check back in for the Bruins, as is Caden Wallace, who will be defending Schmake on this underneath out of bounds. Cross screen, and they get it to Campos in the far corner.
Wow.
I was about to say Johnson, and that was actually really good defense by Johnson again, but Smith able to hit that three with a hand in his face. Ryan, our coach, used to make us shoot with the broomstick in the face growing up, and Ashton Johnson provided a great broomstick there for as Kamani Smith rose up, but Smith hit the tough one.
Good bounce pass to Lattimore.
And we're going to have to show you that replay because that was nicely done by Ashton Johnson. Made it look easy as Lattimore cut the baseline. Just sort of dropped his hands and made the nice bounce pass. Now defending Smith. Lattimore the steal, and Austin Jordan. I spoke too soon. They might have to wipe that ball off again.
Here's a look at that play.
Yeah, watch it here. Ashton Johnson does a lot of good things on both ends. Watch him just drive, look away, and find Lattimore with what type of pass, Ryan?
The old bounce pass.
Love it, and a brief timeout here. So we'll break here while they break there, and we'll be right back with the final 3 minutes and 21 seconds here at Southside High School. Welcome back to Southside High School as the Bruins have made a run here in the fourth quarter. We said Southside really controlled the third quarter, extended that lead to 12. I believe it got to 15 at one point. But here in the fourth, the Bruins have picked up their defensive intensity and pressure, a little full court pressure. I wouldn't be surprised to see it again if they can get a bucket here as Southside's gone to a man-to-man defense out of the timeout.
See if they have another set play here coming for Smith.
And I think they did, but well defended there by the Archers as they ran Smith off of a little elevator screen in the corner. And then Hansey deflected away. Lattimore, another steal. Exactly what you wanted to see if you're Coach Foster out of the timeout. Not what you wanted to see if you're Coach Jamble. 2:45 remaining.
Yeah, too much dribbling in that last possession.
And I like this south side. I don't want to call it a stall offense because Johnson just attacked there. But you got Jordan out high with Lattimore. He can use the ball screen. He can go handoff with him. But bring that defensive pressure out high. Still empty the baseline and the blocks for dribble penetration. Missed three there by Campos. Jordan couldn't get it to go. And deflected out of bounds. Johnson could end up with it. And let's see if they bring it out again. They do. So they clear out the block. And Johnson, so patient on the drive, gets another bucket. And Ryan, a lot of coaches have that we're up 6, we want to win by 13 offense. And I think that's what we're seeing from Coach Foster.
Yeah. And when you got Johnson out there along with Jordan, you can do those type of things. Having basically 2 point guards out there at the same time is a luxury that most schools don't have.
And it gives the players a lot of freedom because you can still attack. You're looking for scores. You're looking for, dribble penetration, lay-ins, maybe kick out threes if you really have good shooters. but it also forces that defense to really exert some effort, exert energy, while still running time off of the clock. And so a timeout here I believe Coach Foster calls this timeout with a minute to go, and I think still wanted to just further drive home the point, hey, this is the offense we want to run for the final 1 minute and 54 seconds.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's just saying they've got one guy on their team that you need to stop here down this final under 2 minutes here, and it's Smith. If you can do that and can hold on to the ball, don't turn the ball over, we're the team in the lead. I know a lot of teams forget that at times, but he's probably drilling that in their head. We have the lead, let's be patient. And tomorrow you've got a big game, correct?
Yeah, so a big game as the number 1 team, you said it, in the state of Indiana in 4A, the Lawrence North Wildcats drive up I-69, and they will be playing at Northrop. That's a 5:30 p.m. tip tomorrow at Northrop High School. And so the Bruins, no matter the result here in the final 1 minute and 54 seconds, are going to have to turn around and play the Wildcats tomorrow. And that's probably good news, as these young guys for the Bruins have not been able to play since November 25th. And again, out of a timeout, the Archer defense really doing some good things, manning the steal and the tough finish. Campos, that time he really got his feet under him. On the previous skip, I don't think he did quite set, and so he was short. But Campos finding the nylon that time, and now a timeout by the Bruins. And so while they break here, we'll break where we are and be right back after a brief word from our sponsors here at SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back to Southside High School after a 3 by Campos, a full timeout by the Bruins, which allows them to set up their full court sort of diamond and one pressure here as Johnson finds Jordan on the inbound. He's now trapped. Patient with it, though, and Wallace came to a great passing angle. And we've seen so many close to half-court plays. Jordan's got to have a little more awareness as a senior. You almost expect that he would.
Yeah, that was only half a sneaker. He got
and
busted
half is
on.
all it takes.
Yeah.
And so just what the Bruins needed. Here's a handoff. They'll get it to Campos. Smith 15 feet away. Wallace, the freshman, comes up big with the theft. Looking like the Grinch on Christmas Eve. Caden Wallace, the steal. This isn't Whoville. This is Southside Gymnasium, but Caden Wallace. And Johnson, that might be the nail in the coffin. Nice cut to the basket area by the junior Johnson. Campos. And 40 seconds now remaining. Couple of big plays at both ends of the court. First Wallace, then Johnson. And Wallace has really played well tonight for, anybody, especially a freshman.
Yeah, and they said that he had a little bit of a rough outing against Cherubusco the other night, but tonight he's been good defensively and offensively for the Archers.
Yeah, and obviously any players, especially freshmen, are going to have those nights if you can bounce back, and really it's going to come in practice. But You got to think after a game like this, his confidence is going to continue to grow. You hope that Southside fans hoping to carry that over. Johnson the steal. Here comes Jordan. Southside really has come up big, I think 3 or 4 times defensively, even out of timeouts, out of a possession there where they've not only got stops but steals that have led to positive things on the other end.
Yeah, they've done a good job defensively here late against Northrop. Northrop with a great run to get this fourth quarter started. They got right back in it, hitting some big buckets, got some big threes. Smith stayed hot. But the Southside offense, or defense, has really been the difference in the game.
Yeah, they really sat down, defended, made some timely steals, and, credit those charges as well that the Southside defense took throughout the game as that free throw somehow rims out for Billingsley. And this is, that coaching move, you still love to see it, even though there's no fans to sort of give that standing ovation to the players, but still getting his starters some recognition here as time runs out.
Southside needed this win. Now they'll be 1-1 in conference play.
Yeah, 1-1 in conference play. And again, this is the first SAC game for the Bruins, who will obviously fall to 0-1 and a full timeout here. And while we got a moment, we want to continue to thank our sponsors. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. And to our hungry fans, LS Teca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. LS Teca Mexican recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit lstecarestaurant.com. And then finally, iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared, sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by your favorite pizza restaurant, Ryan Blaze Pizza.
Have you had the opportunity to get in the cryo chamber yet?
No. I feel like I should work hard enough to where I'm sore enough to want to go in there. But have you experienced the
I actually have a membership there. It is quite. Oh, look at that three!
And a corner three for the just checked in Robert Gasson. You love to see that out of your senior off of the bench. And there's the wave, which in 2020 means the game is over as both teams give the sportsmanship wave to the opposing team. And your final score, Southside, in a big SAC win for Coach Foster's group, 63-, and actually they're going to count
they counted it.
That last three there, I believe, by Kamani Smith, 63-51, your final score. And so, Ryan, your thoughts on the game that we just saw?
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations to the Southside girls for a big win tonight in conference play, as Juanita Goodwell has got herself another outstanding team here at Southside High School. And for the boys, I think Northrop, their rust kicked in the second half. They started off with no rust. They got going. They were out to a 7-0 lead early before kind of the wheels fell off there right through the middle section of that second quarter. And that had a lot to do with the Southside defense. I thought they played good defense. Ashton Johnson, really the difference in the game. All the charges he took, the driving to the bucket and dishing the ball to the guys that are open. He was probably the difference in the game tonight. Northrop's got some things to work on, but I think they're going to be good overall when you get down to it as you move through the season. And Southside, Coach J.J. Foster always finds a way to keep his team competitive, and they were tonight, and they really were in the fourth quarter deep into that game for Northrop. They have a tall task tomorrow.
Yeah, and obviously, if you're the Bruins and Coach Chamba, you're coming off of maybe 10, 12 Zoom sessions and then 4 practices due to, the quarantine that his team was in for an extended period. And so I'm sure just thrilled, obviously not the result they wanted, but thrilled just to be out here competing. But, yeah, they are going to have a short memory as they host the number 1 team in 4A, the Lawrence North Wildcats, tomorrow. That's a 5:30 p.m. tip-off that I'll be a part of tomorrow night at Northrop High School. And so, as always, fans, we appreciate you streaming with us here on SummitCitySports.com. For videographer extraordinaire Thomas Nolan and our color commentary Ryan Dellinger, I'm Andrew Wiss. It's been a thrill to bring to you Indiana high school sports here on SummitCitySports.com.
Sure, we have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Did you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators, or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.